The other day I found out about Strictly Apple. Look at this.
This mom is doing some early school shopping. So she went to our website and shopped the clearance section for these two MacBook Airs.
Classic.
And she got both of these MacBook Airs for less than $500 combined. And
okay, so less than $500, that actually is reasonable because those are the older school MacBook Airs. You can find those things for $200-300 all day long.
And she said if she's treating her kids, she's treating herself to a new
What do you mean she said? You got an order and you're fulfilling it. This person, this mom who ordered stuff from your site also gave you her life story?
And the best part about it is she used our financing option.
Whoa, she financed. Okay, hold on. So, let me make sure I'm wrapping my head around this. So this is a short that Strictly Apple made, 372,000 likes on a story about how a mom bought 2 MacBooks for her children and a pair of AirPods Max, which probably cost more than both laptops combined, and then told the whole story about how she financed it too. That sounds sus. Let's actually go and check out Strictly Apple and see exactly how legit they are. Because honestly, you make a short like this, I'm coming for you. Why does plug text show up when I type in? Oh, it's an ad. Oh my God. So plug tech has maybe spent the last month having a great time with my video and trying to use that as further marketing. Fair play. But the fact that they are stealing the SEO from Strictly Apple is kind of hilarious. Okay, so we have Mac, iPad, iPhone, watch, accessories, bundles, sell your device. So I will tell you, they're very much only an Apple company, it looks like. Let's look at MacBook Air. That's what they did in the short. Let's see what we got. So 2015 MacBook Air for $179. That's actually a pretty decent deal. Now they do give me a little bit of information about what the condition of the device is. So clearance is the most affordable option. The condition of the device may have bumps, scratches, and parts may have been replaced, but it is still operational with 1-year warranty. Used is normal wear and tear. Open box is pretty much brand new, and brand new sealed is actually brand new sealed. Oh, here we go. We do accept returns for in-store credit within 30 days of purchasing. Please see our return policy for more info. I would love to see this. We do not accept return. Wait. Hold on. Dude, it says we do not accept returns or refunds on devices. But if I scroll down a little bit, it says we'll notify you when we've returned and inspect your return. I want to give these guys the benefit of the doubt. But the fact that their refund policy says 3 different things in 2 different places does not fill me with any confidence that they are trustworthy. Hold on a second. iPhone 15 Pro Max in used condition for $1,149? You mean it's in used condition and it's $50 less than a brand new one? Huh? What? Well, I can do open box for $10 less? How about bundles? You know what? I need a bundle. I need some bundles. Bundle me up. The iPhone bundle is 2 fast chargers. Sorry. Plug tech. Flashbacks intensify.
Okay, wait.
Oh my God. So with that, my friends, I'm going to place a substantial order with Strictly Apple to see if I can, in fact, outfit my children with some crappy old MacBooks and buy myself some sweet headphones, or whether or not I get scammed. Well, we'll see how that goes. We already cut the cameras, and I was just gonna check out with my cart. They have the option to tip. I can show my support for the team by giving them a 5, 10, or 15% tip, which would be $267. I don't think I've ever gotten a tip screen for a refurbished tech before.
Gone too far.
Strictly Apple is really the gift that keeps on giving, man. I'm having a great time here. That's all. I'll see you in a couple weeks when all this stuff shows up. And so our Strictly Apple deals are here. Now, it was a little bit of a process to arrive. So first and foremost, I wanted to outsmart them. I don't want to order items from a potentially shady company under the name Austin Evans, just in case they're onto my number and they seed me some high quality items. So instead, I purchased these under the pseudonym Pierre Luigi. So all these boxes say Pierre Luigi. I did not use my official email address, nothing like that. You see this package also says Pierre Luigi. The UPS person came up to the door, they're like, hey, I have packages for Mr. Luigi. And I tried not to laugh. Now, it took about a week to arrive, that's fine. But I never got an email confirmation. And while I used a different email that was associated with Mr. Luigi, that email never got the confirmation. And in fact, up until these boxes showed up, I wasn't sure that anything had even been shipped. I didn't have like my price, my receipt, nothing. I'll give them a small benefit of the doubt that maybe I just mistyped my email or Luigi's email, but not a great start for our Strictly Apple experience. Okay, first item is
Happy Easter.
and a little sticker. Well, this is delightful. Oh my God, it's Haichu and toxic waste hazardly sour candy. You know what?
Do you trust that?
Who would poison Pierre Luigi? He's done nothing wrong to anyone. Besides the style police. Not gonna lie, I could be swayed by some candy. If everyone just gave me some candy in the box, I'd probably say nicer things. Thank you, Strictly Apple. Oh, a good start, a good start. All right, let's see what we got here. So, first of all, what I assume is an iPad. It's nicely padded, I will say. A little loose in here, but they've done a lot of bubble wrap, so that's fine. A lot of bubble wrap. All right. This is our iPad 9th gen. Okay, so 9th gen, 10.2 inch, Wi-Fi, 64 gigs, space gray, open box SL. What are they calling open box here? Is that the actual condition of it, or is that just what they put on the label?
That is the condition of it. So
Okay.
they have like different levels, and that is the open
What's
box level.
SL? Do we know what SL stands for? Slightly lost. So on the back, I mean, that looks pretty brand new to me. On the front, you know what? That actually looks like it may be essentially like new in box. Like maybe it literally was in an actual open box sort of thing and they just wrapped it in this plastic, because that physically looks perfect. How much did I pay for this iPad?
You paid $310.
Oh, right. So $20 less than this is brand new directly from Apple. Okay, I'll set this up. We'll play around with it. But at first glance, seems to be, they seem to have given me exactly what I had asked for, plus some candy, which always is a win in my book.
So I have spent some time with this iPad, and I have a few thoughts. I actually have not used the base model 9th gen iPad in quite a while. This originally came out back in 2021. And if you're gonna go into it with low expectations, you know, using it as a basic iPad and CoComelon delivery device, it's totally fine. But here's the thing. This iPad is old and feels old. But the bigger issue is that this iPad is regularly on sale. Right now, I found it on Best Buy for $250. So I could get a brand new iPad from Best Buy for $60 less than I got this open box one for. So this is not necessarily a great start for Strictly Apple.
Next up, we have what I assume is our MacBook. Again, very well padded, and that I'm gonna have to unwrap it for a minute. 2015 MacBook Air 11-inch. It is an 8 gig, 121, I assume they mean 128 gig of storage, Core i5. It's sliver, so it's my favorite color, and it's used. Now, if I remember right, they call this clearance, right?
Yes, clearance condition.
Clearance condition.
And as a reminder, this is their lowest. They claim it's their most affordable option. The condition of this device may have bumps, scratches, and parts may have been replaced.
Well, it's certainly in clearance condition. We've got a number of scratches, which definitely you can kind of feel to the touch. So we've got some around the Apple logo, over on this side, and on this side as well. Oh, it's bumpy! Oh my God, it's bumpy! Look, someone dropped it. It's actually bumpy on the corner. Yes! I was hoping I would get my bumpy MacBook. They delivered. They were pretty clear that I was getting a bumpy MacBook, so I'm not too upset. Let's see, this is the real test, what the inside looks like. Well, the hinge is, what's wrong with the hinge? These MacBooks had one touch open, didn't they? One finger open? Or one?
It's probably because it's bumpy on the corners.
Oh, it's like
just holding
wait,
on.
It's like sticky. Oh, ew, okay. Oh, well, that actually looks fine. You know what? That screen actually looks pretty good. There's one scratch here. So there's a scratch. It's kind of hard to tell based on the light, but there's a relatively okay scratch on the bottom left, but that's not terrible. Smells clean. I actually think that Strictly Apple did a pretty good job of cleaning this up. I feel okay about this MacBook. Now, how much did I pay for this bumpy, clearance, quality MacBook Air 11-inch?
This costs $180.
So I guess the question here is not only just how good of condition this is, but how usable is a MacBook Air 2015 in the year of 2024? Because it still feels nice. I still like this design. You know, I mean, I think the 11-inch form factor was really nice, but how usable is this really? So I'm trying to configure our MacBook Air, and I've immediately run into a problem. Pasco County Schools can automatically configure your computer. It is set up with remote management. Does some kid like not return his MacBook and sell it on and strictly Apple bought it without checking if it was locked to the school system? Can I even like fix this? I actually legitimately don't think I can fix this. I think it's actually gonna just be locked down to some school IT system somewhere. This is not going well. So let's try this again, shall we? So after I had the problem with the MacBook, I hit up Strictly Apple's customer service and I said, hey, I would like to return or exchange or whatever. And so they said, no problem. We had to go back and forth on email a few times, but eventually they gave me a return label. I shipped the MacBook back to them, and now I have, theoretically, my MacBook that has been fixed. That was what the email made it seem like they were going to do. So let's see. You know, it's sealed. I can definitely just pull the MacBook right out. In fact, I'm not even gonna cut the tape. I'm just gonna pull the MacBook out. Now, just in case there are shenanigans afoot, I took a photo of the serial number so we can double check that it is, in fact, the same MacBook or not. The serial number is almost the same. This one ends in GFWM, but mine ended in GFWK. So they actually gave me a different MacBook. Yeah, I mean, screen's a little dirty, a couple of scratches. It's not, I would say it's roughly in the same condition. Oh, I think it's working. Yeah, it's letting me go through. Okay, so getting into macOS here, we do have it running Monterey, which I think is the most recent version of macOS that this could run. It shows us a 2015 model, Core i5, but it does have the 8 gigs of RAM. If I check storage, it is, 128 gigs. So this is the correct device that I should have gotten from the beginning. Considering that this is in clearance condition, I think I'm okay with it. It's definitely beat up, it's definitely not perfect, and the process to get here was less than ideal. But I guess I'll begrudgingly give a That's all you get though. All right, next up we have an iPhone. Oh, this looks very different. Okay, so we've got the iPhone nicely padded, as well as a USB-A to Lightning. A USB-A to USB-C cable. Just a reminder, this is an iPhone 12, right? Like, you know, one with Lightning. So it shows the battery health is 94%. It doesn't say anything about the condition. It just says C. What condition is this supposed to be in?
It is supposed to be in used condition, which is their second to lowest thing. It's normal wear and tear. Nothing that you wouldn't expect from a device that is used.
Let's see our used iPhone 12, shall we? Okay, that's a screen protector, right? Look at how f***ed up that is. Can you see that? Oh my God, that is one of the most scratched screens I have ever seen. That's normal wear and tear? Yeah, if you drag this behind a truck on the freeway. This, I am not exaggerating when I say, this is the most scratched iPhone I've ever received on any of our refurbished videos. That's a really deep, no, that's a crack. There's actually a crack in the glass there. Good Lord. How much did I pay for my used iPhone 12?
You paid $360.
Just when you're feeling all right about a video. Just when you're feeling like, you know what? They bribed me with candy, Pierre Luigi's real happy, then they spit on my mother's face. Sorry, Mom. I'll defend your honor.
While aesthetically, it's in pretty rough shape, but as far as I can tell, it is fully functional. And with 94% battery life, it actually isn't too bad. Typically, phones of this age are easily into the 80% range, so I will give them props there. So this is a little sample of the video on the iPhone 12. As you can see, it looks pretty decent. Now, the iPhone 12 was a good generation because not only did it introduce the flat sides, but also has 5G, pretty decent cameras, great OLED display. Like, these phones are still very usable in 2024. But the problem is that back market sell the exact same phone for $100 less. So you could get this for $260 instead of $360. Look, I'm starting to feel a little bit bad for Strictly Apple. I'm not gonna lie. I don't mean to punch on them so badly, but I'm struggling to stay positive here because I don't have anything good to say. I'm afraid of what's next.
Okay, so this item is in a UPS mailer, so that's an interesting way of packaging it. I expect this if I'm buying something from eBay. Buying something from a reputable retailer in just like a UPS envelope is maybe not the greatest look. But inside we have AirPods Pro.
You call this the AirPods Pro.
Wait, that's because they say AirPods Pro. It says AirPods Pro on it. I just read it. I just Ron Burgundied it. Oh no, the AirPods Max.
Stroke.
I'm a little afraid though, because based on the condition of the iPhone in used shape, these are things that are not only going to go directly on my ears, but also very expensive. So if these are gross and scratched and disgusting, I'm gonna be real grumpy. Let's take a look. I'll say though, I've actually never seen the green AirPods Max in person. They're very green.
I like the color.
I do too. Oh, it smells bad.
Oh my god.
Ah! Ew! It just smells directly like someone's stinky ass head. There's no other way to describe it. Oh, dude, you can see, look how dark the ears cups are. Do you see this? Look, it's maybe a little hard to see on camera, but like you can see how like they're dirty. Ah, no, there's earwax on the inside.
Yeah.
Oh God. How much did I pay for these used Stink Pros 9000?
They were $460.
Oh.
For used condition.
On eBay, I am seeing AirPods Max used, but obviously these are in used condition, for $250 to $300. And we paid $460 for these. I bet the eBay ones don't smell as bad as these do. So I'm gonna have to, and I really hate that I have to say this, scrub, deep clean, and find some way of making these not disgusting. And then I'll evaluate how bad of a deal I got. So before I try to evaluate my AirPods Pros, I'm going to bring in a pro to help me sanitize them. Ken, you've cleaned some AirPods Maxes in your day, right?
Yes, I actually have the white version of these, and they stain like crazy. No matter how clean you are, they will just yellow at some point.
Well, take a look at these.
Were they originally green or?
They thankfully were originally green.
Oh.
You moved it, and it literally went wafted my direction.
Oh, and those look crusty. Woo! Bro.
Take them off. Look inside.
Is that mold?
I think it's earwax. I'm not sure. It's not good. Whatever it is.
So it might be the most aggressive way of doing this, but I want to make sure these are
This
clean.
is a case for aggressive measures. So after giving the headphones 24 hours to dry out, they still smell bad. So we're gonna do a Tide Pod this time. Ken said that the Tide Pod works really well for
Yeah, they taste way better.
We're gonna clean headphones for a while, so we'll see you again tomorrow once they have been washed and dried a second time. It has been 2 days of washing, drying these. Matt, you're an unbiased nose.
So I have not seen when they were dirty.
Oh my God, it was so bad. Why don't we start out with the simple one? Evaluate the actual ear cups. You sniff like a dog.
Trying to get the full effect. Unoffensive.
Lovely, okay.
Like
Great.
actually, almost pleasant.
Next up, the headband. This smelled like, well, just tell us what you think about it now.
Very tied.
Yes, it is.
Again, not bad cleaning.
The ear cups were the dirtiest.
Okay, the smell is gone.
No, actually, it's
they
gone.
good?
It's gone.
Is it really
Yeah,
gone?
it's gone. It's gone.
It's actually gone.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's put this all together and see if it actually wants to work. How do I pair these AirPods?
You just
They're blinking. Do I just pull out a phone?
Yeah, you pull out your phone and
Connect Poly D's.
you are the worst tech YouTuber.
Well, no, but I
ever.
don't know if these have been reset or whatever. If they're trying to be paired, or what do I do to get?
Did
it
you not
okay?
try these out before you did all this?
No, they were so
Why?
offensively terrible.
What? wait. So you didn't even test to see if they worked?
No.
You put in 2 days of work.
Yes. Dude, when we opened the bag, it was so disgusting. No one wanted to put this remotely near
Then
their
you.
faces.
Oh my God.
Joanna used gloves to touch them for the B-roll.
We actually could not use them without being
Joanna
like a
uses
mile
gloves
away.
to high five you two. That's not saying much.
Connect.
Cool. That's been spoofable for a while.
Okay. Oh no! The owner of this item will be able to see its location. You're connecting to an item that's paired to someone else's Apple ID, r blank 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 at Gmail. God damn it! We did all that work! It's still been. Oh!
So it wasn't Poly D, it was Ronnie.
He just definitely got a notification saying that Austin has paired his AirPods Max. God damn.
Now he knows where our office is.
He actually 100% has our current location.
I'll get the storm shutters.
He fished himself.
He's gonna come back for his damn AirPods.
Yeah, you just did all the wrong things all back to back to back.
I do think I just did a crime. I'm pretty sure I just did a crime.
Yeah, you are now. We are accessories because we watched you do it.
Okay, well, time to take these back apart and throw them in the river.
No,
And
what we
we'll
do is
move on.
we put them on a bus going southbound. Let them track it. I feel like they're bleeding more than other Maxes.
No, he just listens to them really loud.
He does listen to headphones really loud.
Well, surely it can't get any worse than this, right? Now, I definitely know what this item is. And it's something that I have a very close attachment to. This, my friends, is the one and only trash can. Daredevil Edit 10 from Showtime Networks.
Asset tag.
I didn't even take it off.
Did this Mac Pro edit Daredevil? So I think what happened here is that someone pulled this straight out of the edit bay and shipped it off to some wholesaler or whatever, and eventually Strictly Apple got their hands on it. But this tape and this packaging has definitely been on here for a number of years. You only see super old tape, literally peel up like this. So we've got ourselves the Mac Pro, and if we come around to the side, they've added a sticker to it. 2013 Mac Pro, 64 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte SSD, i5, which clearly not Core i5, 12 core, 2.7 gigahertz processor, and D700 GPUs. So I'm gonna crack it open. The nice thing about the Mac Pros is they're very easy to open. They're really easy to open.
This was in clearance condition, their lowest condition item.
Great. Clearance condition, aka it doesn't come up, which is fine-ish, because I technically don't have to open it, I just want to see it. But good Lord, I don't know what this would have cost brand new. I would not be surprised if it was close to $10,000. It's probably at least 8 or 9 grand to essentially max out the Mac Pro, short of the SSD, which I think, the 1 terabyte was still huge for, over a decade ago. Since I can't open this one, let me show you my Mac Pro. This is my original 2013 Mac Pro. As you can see, this one opens up very nicely. And what you'll see is a very unique internal design. So we actually had 2 individual graphics cards, and this side right here was where the CPU went. It was a cool design because essentially it used a single fan to sort of push all the air through a thermal core. How much do we pay for our clearance condition Daredevil spec Mac Pro?
$450.
Less than the AirPods Max for a multiple thousands of dollar Pro system straight out of the edit bay of Netflix or wherever this came from. So I'm gonna fire up this strictly Apple Mac Pro. and we'll see exactly what I can do with it, and if there's any Netflix proprietary information on it. And if there is, you know where to find me. My name is Luigi, and my address is... So, we have been putting this Mac Pro to work. Rio, is this 10-year-old Mac Pro just filling you with delight as you edit this 4K 2024 footage?
Oh, it really is. Yep, it's just great.
Smooth as butter?
No.
Okay, look, I've seen, so the setup here is that we've got the Mac Pro. Now I did use OpenCore Patcher to update it to the latest version of Mac OS. Technically this Mac Pro is like 1 year out of date. They just dropped support for it. So I did do that, and we are using our server. So we've got a Thunderbolt 2 to 10 gig Ethernet adapter. So we're running off of the network. So you're working through the video that you're watching right now. How are we feeling?
Well, I can almost not even watch it fully through without it just lagging. And then they started doing a weird glitch too, which is just great.
So this is not a usable setup. At least it would be usable if we were like gonna like do a proxy workflow or using like older cameras, because we shoot to like H.265, which is a very compressed codec. I really wanted this to work.
I also wanted it to work. It looks so cool.
It's so cool, right? So the Mac Pro, I'm not gonna give it a pass. I mean, if you really need a system with like 64 gigs of RAM and blah, 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 like okay, but like it's no longer supported. I love OpenCore Patcher, but especially with something like this, which already had graphics issues right out of the box, the fact that we're using old drivers is not gonna help anything. Look, I wanna like it. I wanna say nice things about Strictly Apple. Considering how much money I spent on the items in this video, the fact that I still feel bad about being mean to Strictly Apple really should say something about the quality and the prices. I don't think there is one item from this entire video that was actually good and worth it. Like literally out of everything, nothing was a good item. This might be the worst refurbished store we've ever shopped on. And that's saying something. All right, do you wanna go back to like using a good system and finish editing this video so people can watch it? And
yes,
I'll take the
please.
Mac Pro and build a shrine to the Lost.
Okay, with Oscar the Grouch.
Yeah, he can stay in there. He lives in the trash can where he belongs and where almost all the items from this video belong.